I'm in my early 20s and I was just wondering how the heck are you supposed to save in this economy? Click to see spoiler. Well, first you have to make enough money to cover your expenses and have leftover. Live with your parents rent-free and save 70% of your salary. As much as it sucks, live with your parents if possible. Otherwise, live with a lot of roommates. Accept a standard of living that is beneath your means. Put the difference into something safe, like T-bills. Only one way. Spend less than you earn. There are two ways to do that. Earn more. Or spend less. The rest is details. Edit. A couple of you have expressed interest in the details. Here are some ways I've seen people do it. First, the biggest opportunity to save is cut your food budget. Never eat out. Don't use vending machines. Only buy food at the grocery store. Only buy ingredients. Raw meat, chicken, rice, lentils, beans, oatmeal, eggs, milk, apples, bananas, lettuce, tomatoes, etc. Learn to cook. Most of the time you are paying a premium for prepared food. Junk food is cheapest, of course. Vienna sausages and saltines. But your health will suffer, so don't do that unless you're up against a wall. Stop with the energy drinks and switch to plain old tea. It's way cheaper. Cook your meals in advance and pack your lunch. Personally, I skip lunch a lot, and just eat breakfast and dinner. But if you're disciplined about time, you can cook all 3 meals. Start looking at things in terms of price per calorie and try to keep it to a calorie target. If you do this right, you'll accidentally make yourself way healthier as a side effect. Also, stores usually have loss leaders, items they sell at a loss to get you into the store to buy other things. And interestingly, they tend to be different at different locations. So if you know you can get eggs for $1 at Kroger, milk for $1 at Walmart, onions and potatoes for cheap at Aldi, and so on, the $10 to $15 you save will often pay for the gas it takes to make the circuit. Especially if they're close-ish together. Next, no bills unless you can't get rid of them. Internet, cable? Gone. You have a phone. Get Straight Talk Unlimited prepaid for $45 a month. Car payment? You may be stuck for now, but what you want is as low as possible or paid off. Take care of them and drive them until they die. Then buy used. When you buy for reliability and affordability. It's possible to do without a car in some situations. You can bike or take the bus or walk. I've done it before. It sucks, but that's a couple $100 extra a month right there. You save on car insurance too. If your car is old, consider carrying liability only. Pro and cons there. Think it out. Next comes housing. This one is tough. But finding a place to live affordably is critical. If you can find a studio, do it. If you can tolerate a scary place for better rent, do it. Just don't go too scary or you might not make it. Some people go full van life. I don't recommend it. It's not as cheap as it used to be and the extra expenses tend to offset the savings. If you can live with relatives or find trustworthy roommates, that's a way to go. Personally, I was very blessed to find a semi-scary low-rent studio and didn't have to deal with roommates, but some people tolerate other people better than me. Don't live in a food desert. Or if you do, be able to make a shopping trip every other week. Don't ever buy furniture. Get out the word you need furniture and you will discover people will fill your house up with stuff they only kept because throwing it away was too hard, but giving it away was psychologically more palatable. No people? Use Goodwill and Salvation Army, but in wealthy neighborhoods, rich people throw away the best stuff and other rich people don't come buy it. Poor people throw away things when they're completely trashed and other poor people take every scrap worth having. Go to the right neighborhoods. Back to food for a sec. A lot of shelters will let you eat a meal a day for free. And churches have food pantries that give away food. So you can actually not spend any on food and put your money into rent and bills, then save the rest. If you get into trouble on rent, you can frequently get help once or twice from those same entities. But the goal here is to not need help. You can Goodwill, Salvation Army for clothes too. But I always buy new for socks, underwear, and shoes. Never do secondhand shoes. You'll get foot disease that way. Get into community groups. Volunteer. Having a network of supportive people will help you with intangibles. Free dinner here, movie there, and impressing the right people with your character can lead to job opportunities. That's not mooching because you're volunteering. Just be a good volunteer and actually be useful and helpful. The thing about people that like to help is they like other people who like to help. There's more, but that should get you started. Edit 2. Washers pay for themselves quickly. Get one. As soon as you can. Buy used. Or use an app like FreeCycle. Don't bother with a dryer. Hang your clothes up and save electricity. LED bulbs pay for themselves too. They use like a tenth of the energy. So does not having a PC. Those things drink power. Short showers save water and electricity. Water on. Get wet. Water off. Soap up. Rinse. Water off. Heating only part of your unit saves electricity. Buy enough drinking water to fill your fridge and freezer. Usually not even $1 a gallon. Keep your fridge and freezer full. Pull them out as you need room. This not only saves money on electric but also makes your food last longer in the event of a power outage.